Hi, I'm Zach Kelley, and you're listening to Play It By Ear Radio Theater. You're about to hear a second radio play, A Fateful Cup of Coffee, written by Molly Stern. Please enjoy.
It was so stupid how it all happened. I was in line at my local coffee shop. I get the same thing every day. I got up to the cashier and he asked me, "What do you want?" And I started to cry. The guy was very confused. I was too. He wasn't the regular girl who takes my order. She knows my usual. I realized it had been months since someone asked me what I wanted. I heard the "what can I get yous" and "what would you like?" say, "What do you want for dinner?" and "what do you want to do?" but not "what do you want?" It was so clear. 4 words. And absolutely no fucking idea. I ordered my usual. I live alone. I'm single. And a Capricorn. That's not even true. I'm a Cancer. I don't know why. I just lied to you. So, I started crying. Embarrassing. But not a surprising sight for a New Yorker. I once saw a woman have a full breakdown on the F train. Sobbing, sniffling, the whole nine. But still, I was crying in my regular coffee shop, which meant I could never go back there, which made me cry harder over that loss. Anyways, the barista was concerned, but polite enough to not say anything. I whispered, "Thanks," and darted out. I couldn't let myself be that train meltdown girl, so I decided to go home. I texted my boss requesting a personal day, which she granted me without asking too many questions. Thank God. At this point, I only heard a loop of "what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What's in your wallet?" Sorry, comedy is a defense mechanism. It's okay to laugh at my existential spiraling. I didn't know how to begin answering. I'm so used to thinking about what I need and can't afford, not what I want out of life or myself, from the people around me, anything. And I'm not some perfectly satisfied, wantless creature. I definitely want things. A car from this decade. Perhaps a steady relationship. I wouldn't kick $1 million out of bed, but those all feel empty. It's not what I want. Trademark.
I think life is like flying our own planes. Passengers get on and off. We figure out what fuels us and what refreshments we enjoy. We fall in love and gain co-pilots. And we stop along the way to our final destination. We make choices, create a path, and try not to crash into other people's planes. I've been on autopilot for the last 10 years. I haven't made a decision that wasn't out of need or self-preservation.
So then, I rushed through my lobby, trying to suck in my tears for long enough that my doorman wouldn't worry. I also didn't want to become building gossip by wailing in the elevator. I shut my front door a little too loudly and sank down to the floor. Very cinematic. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a movie, but I'm not the main character. I'm not even in the supporting cast. I'm a background character that you never see outside of the office. The audience doesn't know my last name or my backstory or anything like that. You could easily cut my scenes and it wouldn't make a difference. Am I making any sense? My cat, Fefu, came to check on me. Disturbed at my presence, since she's used to parading around the house all day, she proceeded to knock over my fateful cup of coffee. I guess recognizing the distress it was causing me, she's very supportive. I cried again. She thankfully didn't ask too many questions. I've always wondered how much pets actually know. Does Fefu know my name? What I do for a living? Does she know what a shark is? A printer? A cocktail? Living with me, she definitely knows what a cocktail is. Or are they just content not knowing what they don't know? Ignorance is bliss, right? Pets are kind of unwanting when you think about it. Sure, they need food, water, shelter, and love. But those are the basics. They don't usually like it when you try to do more, like put them in costumes or buy them fancy toys. Kind of like my ex when I suggested we spice things up in the bedroom. Anyways, what do you want? Felt too big to answer, so I broke it down into 4 parts based on emphasis. I got in bed to tackle the questions one by one. The coffee puddle finally cleaned. The first one was straightforward. Think focused, materialistic. What do you want? A new car, a steady relationship, more shoes, a job I like, a trip to Paris to eat and never get fat, to know what I want. The second one felt a little more accusatory, like it's in response to the statement, God, we get what you don't want. What do you want? I got a bit defensive with myself. I do want to be happy and fulfilled, to have a little more than I need, to have someone to share it with, world peace, etc. The third question was more direct and terrifying. Everything listed above could be anyone's desires. They're basic and universal. Time for personal answers. What do you want? What do I want? I want my parents to still be around. A family of my own before I'm too old. To stop feeling stuck and empty. To know myself, to like myself, to be a version of myself that someone likes enough to love. Yikes, that's dark. The fourth and final question, more fantastical than the first 3. The focus is on the desire. What do you want? Well, I want to want. I want to get what I want. It sounds bratty, but so simple, right? Kind of like that song from 10 Things I Hate About You. I want you to want me. No. I need you. Where was I? Oh, right. The questions. I wasn't satisfied with my immediate responses, but at least I had a few answers. Unfortunately, I was faced with a far more daunting question. How the fuck do I expect to accomplish any of it? There was a reason I didn't have what I wanted before. I couldn't just change everything overnight. I'm still alone and broke and aimless and miserable. I took a cold shower, realizing my mid-morning cry nap was starting to become pitiful. Fine. It was pitiful from the start. I mean, who spirals into existential panic over ordering a cup of fucking coffee? I use this fancy mango body scrub from a gift basket my boss got me, trying to exfoliate the pain from my skin. Just left me kind of red and cold and somehow even more pitiful. Then it dawned on me. I wanted tea. I wanted tea. I knew I wanted the tea. I wanted Hardy & Sons Earl Grey with unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And I knew how to get it. So I went to the kitchen and made it. I was proud of myself for making a decision, I guess. And following through with it. My victory was short-lived. I finished my tea, and I felt like shit again. I got back in bed as the how and what question loop resumed. I was falling down this rabbit hole of emphasis in a 4-word sentence, and I couldn't stop. I realized I couldn't fully answer the questions alone, so I came here.
Well, I'm glad you decided to start our sessions, and hopefully I can help. Just to clarify, a cup of coffee started all this?
Well, ordering the cup of coffee.
And how did that make you feel?
Like I said, existentially shitty.
Uh-huh, and now, do you have the answer?
What do you mean, the answer? As in one final, all-encompassing answer?
Yeah, the answer. Something that you can actually accomplish.
Yeah. You know what? I do have the answer.
That's great. So, what do you want?
A new therapist.
Hi, I'm Molly Stern, and you've just listened to my original play, A Fateful Cup of Coffee. I hope you enjoyed. It was directed by Kelley and featured Genny Knowles as her and Grace Tomblin Marca as the therapist. This play was produced by Play It By Ear Radio Theater, sound designed by Keith Jones, and edited by Keith Jones. We invite you to follow Play It By Ear Audio Theater on Instagram at playitbyear.mp3 to stay up to date on upcoming projects. Thank you so much for listening.